What's going on, everybody? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the NECA Dawn of the Planet of the Apes Caesar figure. I just was stopping through Toys R Us. I was actually, I was told there was a Guardians of the Galaxy wave that was brought into Toys R Us today. I called ahead of time and there was nothing there, so I was already there. I ended up buying my nephew a gift, and I picked this guy up. I saw him and I was like, oh, you know, pretty excited about the movie coming out, so pick this guy up. He looks pretty cool, but here's his packaging, your basic, I guess, window display packaging. It says Caesar down here. It's kind of got the, I guess, the warning label, I guess if you want to call it that, or biohazard label right there. And it says Dawn of the Planet of the Apes up top. On the back, you have the other figures in the wave, and that's Caesar, Koba, and Maurice. I'm probably going to pick up Maurice. He looks pretty cool. There's only like one Maurice there. There was two Caesars, and then the rest were all the Kobas. So yeah, let's not waste any more time. I'm going to get him out of packaging. We'll take a closer look at Caesar. Okay, and we're back with Caesar out of packaging, and it comes with a couple accessories. Hold on, if I can just figure this out. Probably should have done this off camera, but there we go. Okay, he does come with a couple accessories. I'm going to back him up a little bit. This is a really cool figure. He's got some pretty different articulation, but very similar for a NECA figure. I would say pretty similar to the Kick-Ass figures as far as his joints, where his articulation is. But he also does, let me just set him aside real quick, sorry. He does come with this long spear here, and it is a two-piece spear to fit in the packaging, but it's pretty tall. As you can see, it's much taller than he is. Let me back all the way up. So, I mean, he's about that also. As far as the size comparison goes, let me just get that out of the way first before I get to the rest of his accessories. Let's bring in Superman here. There's Superman standing next to Caesar, so he's much taller than Caesar. And we'll just bring in Bishop. Why not? Bring in Bishop. Bishop is much taller than Caesar too, so I guess it could work in scale if you want to do some sort of like Planet of the Apes versus Marvel or DC setup. I guess you could do that. But the other accessories he comes with are two separate hands, so that's pretty cool. We got some alternate hands, and they are shaped differently depending on how you want to have him hold his spear, and they just pop out there. And the cool thing about this is that the pegs are in the hand and not on the hand. I prefer pegs to be attached to the arm. That way, this, you know, because usually I get really nervous whenever there's a peg sticking out of a hand and trying to go into a hole, as opposed to a peg that's already attached to the arm. Just kind of have to ease it in there, I guess. It is like a little bit of a rubbery type plastic material. Really cool detail on him. I mean, he's got a nice texturing going throughout his body, and obviously you could see that the other two hands are kind of just meant for, I guess I could do it this way. I can sneak and his hands are really nice and easy to open up and have him displayed kind of like this. So his fingers are actually kind of rubbery too. They're not a hard plastic. You can manipulate them very easily. He looks pretty badass like this. I think I'm probably going to have him displayed like this. Looks pretty cool. I don't know. I'm pretty excited for the movie. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of people didn't like the first one. I didn't really mind it that much. The one with James Franco, I think it was. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. But this one looks, I think this one looks a lot better, to be honest with you. I didn't mind it too much. I thought it was still, you know, something to watch. I think it's cool that they're doing the prequels to Planet of the Apes. But yeah, his hands pop in very easily. Very nice feel to him. That's him standing all the way straight up. He's got a nice size to him, like I said. Really nice size. I'll do one more size comparison here since I'm going way out of order with everything. Here's a movie Beast from X-Men 3. He's actually taller than Beast, so that's pretty cool. So there you go. But he does look really nice. As far as his articulation, his head does move side to side. It can do a full 360. It's kind of on an angled swivel, but his head does look up as well, and it does look down a little bit. So there you go, a little bit, not too much. As far as his arms move up about that far, and they move down, and they can do a full 360. He doesn't have a bicep swivel because he has a swivel at the elbow here. Not the best range of motion with the bend. It's a little bit less than 90 degrees. Would have liked a little bit more there, but it's okay. He does have a swivel in the wrist. You can move his wrist back and forth, so it is on it's on a ball peg, but you can manipulate kind of like his head. His head gets the kind of the same range of motion as his hand does. He does have this nice diaphragm joint, which is gets a really good range of motion. So you can really get him to lean back if you need to, or lean forward, or side to side. So really nice range of motion. I really like this diaphragm joint. I'm digging it. So just get a little bit more light in here. Lacking some light. Such a dark figure. As far as his legs, now the legs are probably lacking the most. You can't really get him to I'm not seeing any type of cut joint. I guess it's on a wide joint, so I mean you kind of have to move the ball around to get him to move his legs out into the splits. But I mean this is about as far as out as you're gonna get. And then going back in, and he does have the ball wide jointed socket hip. He does have a single bend at the knee, and not the best range of motion. I mean that's about it. He does have the swivel in the knee as well. As far as his ankle articulation, I'm pretty sure it's the same as the hand. It's ball pegged, so it does have a little bit of a pivot right there, as you can see, a little bit. It doesn't really have a hinge there, but it does move forward a little bit. Let me just show you. That's about all you're getting. So, I mean, unless you're going to really get this guy into some crazy poses, for me, he's just going to probably stand with the rest of my movie figures and just kind of look like a badass with his spear here. Looks really cool. Like I said, it does come with 2 sets of hands, so if you just want to have him kind of standing there with one hand holding the spear and then a regular, like a relaxed hand, you could totally do that. But, I mean, as far as his detail, I mean, look at that face. It's pretty intimidating. He's got, like, war paint on and stuff. Looks like he's got a little bit of battle damage here. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be paint or blood. Looks like he was stabbed here in his chest. Looks like a scar. This looks like war paint. Batman's calling me. He's saying, "Hurry up with this review, stupid." Hurry up with the review. I need dinner. Sorry. So going back, this is all just war paint on here, and it does look like it's war paint, all the white, but he does have a really nice texture to him. He's not a hard plastic. He's like a softer rubberized material. Now there are parts on him that are hard plastic, like his lower half, his upper torso, but he does have a really nice, good feel to him. I think this overall is a really nice figure. It does come with 2 sets of hands, which is always a plus. I always like it when a figure comes with 2 sets of hands. Like most of the new Marvel Legends, it's a big plus for them, I think. I think some figures you need an extra set of hands just to get them into certain poses that you really want to get them into. But yeah, so there is my review of the NECA Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, excuse me, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes Caesar figure. I would definitely recommend this figure. If you were to get one of them, I'd say either this or Maurice. That Maurice figure looked really cool. I'm not sure if the other figures came with a spear or what their accessories were. Accessories were. I can't remember really. I just kind of took a look at them real quick, and then I was like, oh, I'll grab Caesar. So. Definitely really cool, something different. I wanted to get out of the Marvel Legends review and DC UC review, so I figured why not do a NECA review. They always come out with good figures, and definitely going to recommend this figure. If you're a Planet of the Apes fan, this is probably a must-get for you. If not, I mean, like I said, I'm not the biggest Planet of the Apes fan, but it looks like a great figure. I'm excited for the new movie to come out, and yeah, so I decided to pick him up. So, with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Rate, hate, love, comment below, all that fun stuff. If you want to subscribe, do that too. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and as always, I will see you guys on the flip side.